All right, we are here at the Katy Trail at the trailhead in Clinton, Missouri. We are getting our bikes and gear all loaded up. It's 5 o'clock, so we're gonna get an hour and a half, 2-hour ride in tonight. And here's our bikes all loaded up.
So far so good. Bikes are running really well. Joe seems to be holding up okay. Not breathing too hard.
Thanks.
You're welcome. This is going to be fun. This trail is amazing. It's beautiful.
Yep. We're about 7 miles into it. Got a pretty good scenery here, plenty of creeks, and it's a little warm. It's probably in the 70s or 80s still, but every so often we come across a nice bridge like this with a creek down underneath, and it's a very enjoyable ride. Anyways, as you can see, we made it to Windsor, Missouri. We're camping out next to a Casey's. I spoke to a sheriff's deputy. He assured me this is a safe place to camp out, so we made it. It's only about 20 miles into the ride.
We got a late start,
but should be fun. This has got all of our camping gear set out on a table. We're going to set up our tents here in just a minute and crash for the night. We'll update you in the morning.
Just got up in the morning. It's day 2. We're getting ready to have breakfast. Dad's got this neat little stove that runs on gasoline inside that pressurized red container, and getting ready to light it. I'm going to stand off so it doesn't blow up. And
part all men like, playing with fire. Yeah!
Very cool. Alrighty, we're going to have a granola and protein milk for breakfast. Where is the granola?
In the Bob bag.
Alright, Pam made this homemade granola, and she even made a homemade label for it. Get her done Katy Trail mix. How cool is that?
So we're starting the second leg of our journey. Probably going to do 40 to 60 miles today. Hopefully there'll be lots of nice scenery along the way, which I have no doubt there will be.
and we'll probably cross the highest point, so it'll be downhill.
Yeah, it'll be downhill after that, which is the first 20 miles is mostly uphill. All right, it is pretty much 9 o'clock in the morning. We've gone about 6 or 7 miles, and we have reached the highest point on the Katy Trail. What do you think?
I'll take my tent back now.
Now that we're done going uphill?
Yeah.
All right, well, here's the bikes.
I pull the bob trailer now that we're going downhill.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, you wanted to know what it felt like to have yours fully loaded.
Yeah.
But the last several miles on the trail have been pretty much no shade. which I guess I'm glad it's this early in the morning because the sun's not all the way directly above us, but there's the shade trees way back there, about 2 miles. So we're going to make a quick adjustment to my brakes because it sounds like Jiminy Cricket's on there telling me not to quit pedaling because it keeps squeaking. So we'll keep you updated. We are rolling into Green Ridge, Missouri. We've gone about 10 or 11 miles, and we're going to pull off here for a little bit of a breather, fill up our water bottles, and kind of rest our legs for a bit. We are in about 15 miles in for the day today. Got about 200 miles to the very end of the trail, and just cruising along, and a pretty nice scenery here. There's Dad trying to keep up with me. No, he was on the phone with Mom, and like I said earlier, we have passed the highest point of the trail, although we are going in a uphill grade at the moment. We are at mile marker 234. Yeah, having fun. Glad we did this. Turned 30 this week, and it's a long time coming. So, wish you guys could be here to see the trail and see how pretty it is. And see, I told you he's trying to keep up. Look at him way back there. Huh. All right. Well, we're close to Sedalia. We were riding along the trail and saw this paved path come off, which turns around into this nice little lake with the park and stuff. So we're pulling off for a breather. We're at 17 miles for today, just outside of Sedalia. So we're going to go in there, refill our water bottles, and get a little bit of a snack and stretch our legs and keep on going.
Yeah, we wanted to go swimming.
We could go swimming.
Yeah.
Kind of tempting. Except riding with wet underwear does not sound like a good idea.
You still chase?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you have that monkey butt powder stuff that's supposed to keep your butt from getting chapped.
I think the bike path goes around over to there.
Yeah, I think the bike path probably goes over into Sedalia. Alrighty, we have arrived at Sedalia. We've actually been riding through Sedalia for a while now, and this is the depot. I guess this is one of the old train depots that used to be back in place back in the 1800s. So we're gonna go in there and kind of look around, see if we can't charge our phones up for a little bit, including this camcorder. Battery's halfway gone. So anyways, we're having fun. We've gone about 23 miles for the day, and still going strong. It's only 8:40 in the morning. All right, we've been going uphill for a while. We should have grabbed lunch in Sedalia, but we decided we'd try to make it to the next town, which was probably a mistake because we're pretty spent. At least I am.
And there was nothing in the other town.
Yeah, there's nothing in the other towns. We went ahead and put the Bob trailer on Dad's bike, so he's carrying pretty much all the load for a little ways. That's alright, he's a little more acclimated to riding than I am. He's put on a few more miles than I have. But we're gonna head down the trail and hopefully make it to the next town. I can't remember what mile marker it's at. We're at mile marker 211. So we'll see how it goes.
Catch up.
Yeah, you feel the weight back there a little more now, huh? We've made it about 55 miles. We got about 5 miles to go until we get to what town?
New Franklin.
New Franklin. So we're going to be spending the night in New Franklin, and pretty much keeping on.
Stay in Old Franklin.
No, not Old Franklin. It smells. But anyways, there it is, the big Missouri River.
Well, how'd you sleep last night? Sorry, I'm pointing a camera and you're having a bad hair morning. See? If you'd cut your hair like me, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Some people think we're related or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that.
A little bashful about telling anybody. Oh, tired today.
Yep. Legs took a beating yesterday. Last night there were people camping over there. And there was a whole bunch of people camping over there. There's like 2 more people that hung behind, but there was probably 20, 25 people over in that whole section. And I guess they took off really early because we got up at 7 and everybody was gone.
Well, first flat of the trip. Best case scenario, it happened to Joe, not me.
Nice. Well, we've gone about 10 miles since we started off this morning. Already fixed a flat. We're making decent time. Still a little sore from the 62-mile ride yesterday. But here we are. This is one of the nicer tunnels along the way. We haven't gone up to it yet, but it looks like it's pretty much made out of stone. It's probably one of the original tunnels from the Katy Trail. We've gone through 3 or 4 other ones that are big coverts made out of steel pipe. They're not really that impressive. Oh wow, there's like chunks of this tunnel that are... This is just pure rock in here. This is a massive tunnel. The other end looks like it was made with stone and brick and stuff. This looks like it was just blasted out and nothing but rock. You can see over here where the man-made section of the tunnel versus man-blasted, I guess the rest of this is put in. Alright, we just passed mile marker 167, don't know if you can see it. We're at mile marker 166.9 is where we are at right now. And there's the Lewis and Clark, I guess, once upon a time walked around these parts. And there's a natural arch which is up above us to the left. I see it. Way up there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's right there. It's probably a couple hundred yards above us, so we're not going to climb it, and our bikes wouldn't make it up there. So well, so far doing pretty good. That's the place we just came from, and this is the direction we're going. And we're cruising along pretty good today. Just a little sore from the long haul we had yesterday. But other than that, it's been a pretty pleasant day. The weather's not bad. We've had a little bit of a front wind, but no hills. Everything's been either nice and flat or gradually downhill. So it's been pretty nice. Plenty of trees to block the wind. Bikes are still doing good, a little dusty. We, I guess, kind of cheated last night. Instead of staying in a tent, we decided to stay at a hotel. So this is our hotel room. It was well worth it. We were both very, very tired, and we were able to get some good sleep.
And our laundry done.
And our laundry, yeah, they had laundry service, so we were able to get our laundry done. So.
Joe was able to get a toothbrush finally.
Yes. So there's bike getting all packed back up. Yesterday I was too tired to record our trip into Jefferson City, but we had to go over the Missouri River again. They've got this big spiral walkway to get up to where the bridge level is, so I'll go ahead and make sure I get video of us going down that today. It'll be kind of fun, yeah. You know, it was not the funnest experience pulling a trailer up that thing after we were just beat for the day. But it's a new day, we're rested, and we're looking forward to another nice ride today. The weather's supposed to be good, and so we'll keep you posted.
Yeah. Here we go. We are in downtown Jefferson City.
Sure enough.
That's not the building I needed. There we go. There's the Capitol right behind us. So decided to climb up this big old long hill so we could get a shot of us by the Capitol.
Here we
Over
are.
here. Well, you can't see it because of the tree.
Oh well.
Big, huge Catholic church. But we're getting ready to hit the trail again.
Nice and almost cool.
Yeah, I'm sure people are looking at it. It's like, what are these two idiots doing standing in the middle of the intersection with a video camera? Well, we're gonna
Helmets and funky clothing.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's go. Alright. We are getting ready to cross the Missouri River and go down the spiral thing we were talking about. So I'm going to try to hold the camera as steady as I can. Here we go. For some unknown reason, there are padlocks all down this fence on the right. We'll point them out when we get up here a little closer. I don't even know if you can hear me with all this traffic. Well, there's the Missouri River. And there are all the padlocks. Big downward spiral thing we're going on, which I'm going to attempt to do one-handed. Slow down, Dad. That way I have something to aim the camera at. Needless to say, coming up this yesterday after 50 miles was a daunting task. Because we forgot to weigh our bikes before we started this trip, but there's a lot of weight on the bags and the bob trailer. And we're about halfway down. So I will probably time-lapse this part. Whoa! Brakes are getting a little warm. Clear. Clear. Okay, summarize that.
Lewis and Clark passed through here on May 30th in 1804 during a wet season, and the Murray was extra fast. The first time they'd seen the Missouri River at flood stage. And they passed by this big old rock.
Go stand up next to Ben. Give it perspective of how big it is. Yeah, all of a sudden that rock looks a lot bigger in the video.
Does this rock make my butt look big?
That's funny.
Little cubby hole in here. Hi. There's a rear view of Josephus passing me.
Alrighty, we are at milepost 100.8. So in an eighth of a mile that way, we will be breaking the 100-mile mark. So we are going to try to make it to the next town down that has stuff, which is Traylor at mile marker 84, well 85 basically. So we got 15 more miles to go for today. We're doing pretty good. My left knee is hurting a little bit, but other than that, this is the stretch that we're going to be going on.
So since we're riding it
right there
backwards, we started at milepost 265. At milepost 100, we'll have gone 165 plus miles.
Yep.
So
Which is where we're at right now.
we're right here. We started down here in Clinton.
We've almost covered that whole piece of paper.
Almost.
So we'll do
We
this.
have one fold to go.
Yep. Well, once we make it to Traylor tomorrow, we will have a short, 25-mile ride tomorrow?
That's what we've decided.
So, 20-mile ride. Alright, mile marker 100. We made it. We've gone over 165 miles since Sunday evening. And making pretty good time. My knee's been hurting a little bit, so we went ahead and attached the bob trailer to Dad's bike. That way I can just ride my bike with not that much weight on it, because it's adding a little extra stress to my knee. So
So we're going to stress my knees. Thanks a
I'm gonna
lot.
stress your knees. Yeah, the yours are 20 years older than mine, so they ought to be, I don't know, whatever. Couldn't come up with anything good. So we're gonna go about 15 more miles for today, kind of recapping what we just said, back 0.8 miles that way on my last video update. So here we go.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
And here we are at mile marker 99 point something.
Montgomery County line.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, there we go. We're at the Montgomery County line with the second flat of the trip. Both flats happened on my bike. So I don't know what the deal is. These are
better tires.
no, your tires are thinner.
No, they're thicker.
No, they're thinner in width.
They're thicker in tread.
Yes, but they are thinner in width, so you miss the thorns.
Is that it?
My tires are wide, so I pick up more thorns.
Think so?
Probably not. So, getting ready to change another flat. At least this one's on the front, and the trailer's not on the back, so it'll be easier to take the tire off. Alright, got it patched. Now I just got to put air back in it. I ran over a thorn or something. You hear the bead pop into place.
Yeah.
Just enough to do it. That was the leftover air from the rear tire when we replaced it.
Yeah, nice and tight. Good.
There's the mighty Missouri River. We've had it on our right for about the last 10 miles. It's pretty impressive how much water is in there, and the sheer volume of water and the current. Dad and I were talking, we were thinking if you were to ride or try to swim across it, you'd probably end up a couple miles downstream because of the current. We're about 5 miles away from our stop tonight, and Puffing along pretty good. My knees still bothering me a little bit, but not as bad since Dad's hauling the bob trailer back there. I almost bit it. Alright, we made it to Trail, Missouri, and it is 65 miles from where we started this morning. So we did a 65-mile ride today. We're going to be camping out right here. Dad's off returning a wrench because he had to fix his bike. Getting ready to have dinner tonight. We've got some beef stew, dehydrated meals. Right there we've got the fire going to boil water to put in it. And this should be interesting. I'm thinking I'm probably just going to lay a mat down on the concrete here and sleep under the stars because my tent's miserable. It's too hot. And tomorrow morning we're going to go get up bright and early and head down the trail in that direction. And tomorrow is just a quick 25-mile ride. My knee's really been bothering today. It doesn't look like it's swollen or anything, but it is definitely hurting. So that's it for now. You okay? Yeah. Well, after debating it and talking it over and seeing the nice campsite they have available here and no running water or anything, we are going to leave the beautiful city of Trail and go 7 miles down the road to Marionville.
Burg, not city. Hamlet, village.
Yeah. Is it Marionville? Marthasville.
Marthasville.
What's Marionville? I don't know. Anyways, so we had our food already, and so we're gonna hopefully make it before it gets dark so we can set up camp and have an even shorter ride tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go, Marthasville. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and we are getting ready to leave. We've got about 4 miles to the place we're going to eat breakfast, and then about another 14 miles to our car, so should be a pretty good ride. I already had a flat this morning. That's 3 for the trip, all on my bike. So we got 18 more miles to go. There's room for another flat, even things up.
What?
I don't know, just saying.